Hey, it's Annie. Today I am teaming up with my friend Laurie from Pride in Photos beauty channel. I love Laurie. She has so much energy. I love when I visit her channel. She always makes me smile. She always has this cute laugh that she does where you can't hear her laughing anymore. She is so cute. I love her tips on makeup. I love her tips in skincare. She's just so knowledgeable with all of that. I think she is beautiful inside and out. I just love her to death. I am so glad that I connected with her last year. So I'm collabing with her today. She reached out to me and we are gonna do the collab that we're doing today is on fitness and how we stay healthy and tips for you if you're looking to get back into shape, because you know how it is after the holidays, we all start feeling like we overdid it. So that is what I'm going to talk about today. Make sure that you click on Laurie's channel. I'm going to leave her link below. Make sure you visit her, tell her I said hey, and make sure you subscribe to her channel as well. Okay, so let's get into this. About 3 years ago, I made a big decision to change how I was eating. And I'm going to go back with you a little bit before that, just explain where I'm coming from, and then I'm going to talk about how I stay healthy, what works for me. All of my life, I was addicted to sugar. I mean, really addicted to sugar. Every single day I had to have sugar when I was a kid. I must have been great with teachers. They must have flippin' loved me, you know? But I loved sugar. And that went into my high school years. I remember in high school, I would eat a Hostess cherry pie for lunch. Like that would be my lunch because I had to have that sugar. Every day I had to have some kind of sugar. In my adult years, even though I was eating the sugar, up until my late 30s, you know, if I would start to gain weight, I would just lay off that stuff for a little bit. I would lose the weight. And then once I would lose the weight, I would treat myself to a cupcake or whatever because I lost the weight. So, hey, I lost weight, I feel good. I'm gonna have some sweets, you know what I mean? So that's what I would do. And so it was a vicious cycle of going up and down the scale. Well, as I got into my late 30s and then getting into my 40s, the weight was not coming off. The weight would not come off. I would cut things out of my diet, but it still wasn't enough because I was eating the sugar and I was eating a lot of carbs as well, but a lot of sugar too. So I just was getting frustrated because my stomach, there were days in my stomach, I looked like I was pregnant. I looked like I was pregnant because my stomach was so bloated and I was like, what am I doing to myself? And then I was getting up and my husband's like, why are you walking like that? I was starting to hobble when I walked. And I'm like, I don't know, my legs are hurting me. Like I would sit in a reclining chair and my legs I would get pain in my legs and I didn't know why I was getting that. And I was like, what is going on with me? And I just got sick and tired of I kept gaining weight. I didn't know why. I would go see my doctor and they'd say, well, you have to exercise more. You have to exercise more. And I'm just going to tell you, I don't like exercising. I do it, but I don't like to exercise. I mean, I would rather go out for a bike ride. I would rather go out for a walk somewhere. I'd rather swim in a pool, but just to like work out, like I really don't like to do it. I do it, but I don't like to do it. I'm just being honest with you. So that's what the doctors kept telling me to do it. And I was like, I'm working out more and nothing is happening. I switched up my workout and nothing was happening. So I knew it had to be with what I was eating. It was my 49th birthday, I think it was, 48th or 49th birthday, I can't remember now, that I was like, I'm done. I'm done, I can't do this anymore. I need to make a change. So I heard about this diet called Whole30. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't do it following the book. So I'm just telling you from my experience what I did. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing what I did and what worked for me. But you have to do what you have to do. I will just give you this piece of advice before you do any exercise, before you change your diet, talk to your doctor, okay? Talk to your doctor first. So I decided that I just did not want to feel that way anymore and I need to make a big change. And for me, once I started reading the diet and things you had to exclude on Whole30, I figured I'm gonna give it 30 days, and if it doesn't work out for me, it doesn't work out for me. I know there's some people that have done Whole30 and they really haven't lost that much weight. And I didn't lose a ton of weight right away either in the first 30 days, but I started to feel better. So when you go on the Whole30, and I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't read the book. I just really eliminated a lot of stuff for 30 days. That's what I did. So that's why I said I'm just sharing my experience. So I eliminated carbs, I eliminated pretty much every fruit except I think I let myself have pineapple. I didn't have cream in my coffee. I didn't have any sugar. I didn't have any carbs. It was basically meat, vegetables, and yeah, that's it. I mean, I eliminated so much from my diet for 30 days and I started to feel better. I started to feel a lot better. I was having a lot of stomach issues before all this, before I switched this diet, and those were alleviated. But the big change for me was the sugar. Now, like I said, I was addicted to sugar. I could not go a day without having sugar. And I totally went cold turkey with it. Now, I still had sugar in my house. My husband and daughter love chocolate, and so it was in the house. So I had to be like strong enough to be like, I can't do this, you know what I mean? That's how you have to get to. I think you have to do this for you. You have to hit rock bottom. For me, that was rock bottom for me. Like I knew that if I kept eating sugar, I wasn't gonna lose weight. I was gonna keep gaining weight. I was gonna feel lousy. So it's not, for me, it wasn't just the weight, although that was a big part of it. I just wasn't feeling good. I had so many issues with my stomach. I was walking funny. You know, my joints and everything were starting to hurt me from the way I was eating. So I knew I had to make a change. And once I gave up the sugar, I mean, at first it was hard because you have the cravings. You have the sugar cravings. And I'm trying to think how long afterwards. Probably a couple weeks after that, it got easier and easier and easier and easier. I'm trying to remember because it's been several years now. I think I might have lost 5 or 6 pounds in that month. I can't remember. It might have been a little bit more. I don't remember. But in the long run, altogether, I lost almost 20 pounds from doing that. And I've pretty much kept it off. I can go up and down a little bit if I eat bad. Like over the holidays, I gained a couple pounds, but I pretty much stay within where I'm at. So I go between 120 and 125 pounds is where I go. I'm 5'6", I'm small boned. So if I weigh like 135 or more, or even 130, it's a lot for me just because I'm small boned. I mean, I'm tiny, you know what I mean? So everybody's different with that, but for me, this is where I need to be comfortable. And giving up sugar was not easy. If somebody would have told me you were never going to have chocolate again, I would have been like, you're crazy. But I gave it up. I don't eat it. I can be around it now and I'll enjoy the aroma. My daughter made cookies for Christmas. I haven't had any of it. I can be around people eating desserts. It looks delicious. It smells delicious. But I know as long as I don't put it in my mouth, I'm okay. And for me, I don't even want sugar-free stuff. I just don't. I don't eat a lot of fruits either. I have pineapple, bananas, pretty much on a daily basis. Sometimes I'll mix it up and do some berries in there too. But I don't eat a ton of fruits. I just don't. And I've been fine. Now, the one sugar that I'm naughty with is I do like my wine. I don't drink it every night. I try to limit my wine consumption because it just puts calories on you. Another thing I have very rarely, is breads and pasta. Now, over the holidays, I was bad with that. I let myself have bread and pasta and everything, and I've got a little friend there on my face, and I had some on that side of my face too because I was eating bad food. So I see it now. When I do go off and have bad foods, it starts coming out of my face. We used to eat pasta every week. Every week we would have pasta. I'm Italian, my husband's Italian. We had a lot of pasta in this house and a lot of bread and olive oil, and that's a special treat now. We don't do that. So what do I eat? What do I eat? Okay, so for breakfast, I usually have eggs for breakfast. I'll have a piece of ham or Canadian bacon, which is the same thing, or sausage or bacon or something like that. That's what I have. I get my protein that way. I know there's fat, but you do have to have some fat in your diet. So I have eggs. For lunch, I will have like ham or turkey, but I don't have any bread with it, so I'll just so I get lunch meat, but I get like the carved ham and the carved turkey, not like the processed ham or turkey. I don't like that. So that's what I have for lunch, and I'll just roll it up with a piece of cheese, or sometimes without a piece of cheese, sometimes with a pickle. I'll have a pickle. And then I will have pineapple or banana, or like I said, I'll have blueberries or strawberries, and then I'll have some almonds, or sometimes I have mixed nuts as a little snack. And then for dinner time, now this is something that I know some people can't have, but it doesn't seem to put weight on me. As at dinner time, we usually have, like, if it's with meat, like steak or chicken, I usually have some sort of mashed potatoes. I don't have a problem with that putting on weight. I know some people can't. That's like the one starch I can still have, because I don't like sweet potatoes. But I feel like I need something like that with our dinner, so you know, I will do that. I don't have beans as much anymore. When we were eating vegetarian, at first when I went vegetarian, I was losing weight, but then I started gaining it. It was because the carbs and the beans were putting weight on me. So yeah, that is what's worked for me, is more protein. So I have vegetables, and I have a salad. We'll have a salad at dinner time, or I have frozen vegetables, so we'll have like broccoli or cauliflower, something like that. That's what we eat. We eat pork roast, we eat beef roast, steak, chicken. That's what we eat. So it's mostly protein, vegetables, and some fruits is what I eat. I try not to eat the like chips and stuff like that, but over the holidays I did some of that, and that can be addictive. And something that I was told, which I did not know, that there is sugar in, I don't know about sea salt, but is it ionized, whatever, in salt. There's sugar in salt, not sea salt, but table salt. There is sugar in it. So I can see that, because I start to get a little bit addicted to those potato chips, you know what I mean? So I have to stay away. So if I stay away from those and I don't eat those, I'm okay. But once I start eating them, then I want them all the time. So I was kind of bad over the holidays, and like I said, it came out in my face, but that's what I do. That's what I eat. Now, for a while I was doing the Greek yogurt too in the morning, but that started upsetting my stomach. So I stopped doing the Greek yogurt, and I went back to the eggs. So that's pretty much what I have every day. I have eggs and I have ham. Yeah, that's what I have. I used to be a cereal eater. I don't eat that anymore because of the carbs, but this is what's worked for me. You know, before you do anything, talk to your doctor, see what's going to work for you. But this is what has worked for me. The big thing for me is staying away from sugary treats like ice cream and cakes and candies and all that. That's totally eliminated on my diet. And carbs is like a special treat. So I don't eat breads the only bread I have once a week is pizza. We have pizza on Saturday night, and I seem to be okay with that on Saturday night. As long as I don't do it during the week, I'm fine. So like I said, my weight goes between 120 and 125. That's where I am, and I'm totally fine with that. I feel a lot better, and I work out 5 days a week, which I don't like working out, especially this time of the year, because our workout room is in our basement, and it is freaking cold down there. Even though with the heat, it's just so cold and damp down there. But I do the treadmill for like 20 minutes or so, like every other day. And then the other days I will do weights. So I'll do weights on my arms. I do some weights on my legs. I was doing squats, but I had to stop doing that because I started having problems with my knees. Actually, I was wearing a bandage when we were walking in New York. So I'm trying to find another exercise that I can do that's a little bit differently. But yeah, I do some weights, and I do some stomach exercises and all of that. I don't do sit-ups. I do, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called, where you suck your stomach in as hard as you can, and you just hold it there for as long as you can. I mean, I will do that when I'm driving. Like, I can do that right now. I'm doing a stomach exercise while I'm talking to you. So you just hold your stomach in, push it in as tight as you can. What that will do is it's actually, you're working out your fat behind your stomach. So that's a really good one. You can do that when you're watching TV. You can be washing the dishes and doing that. Just suck your stomach in and hold it, squeeze it as tight as you can. It's a really good stomach workout. And I do, which I hate to do planks, but I do planks. But that is what I do. That's what I've done to stay fit. So let me know in the comments, what do you do? What's made the biggest change for you as far as exercise or nutrition? Like, what's worked for you? Share it in the comments, because it's going to be helpful for someone else that's here looking through, because I always like to read the comments. So look through the comments and add a comment. Let me know what you do for fitness and nutrition. Leave a tip for someone. I would love to know. So that is it. Thank you again, Laurie, for collabing with me. Again, please make sure you click on her link and visit her channel. You could subscribe to my channel as well. I'd love to have you here. I share a new video Monday through Friday. Make sure you click on that notification bell too, because anytime I share a new video, you will be notified. And you can follow me at Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I will leave the links below. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you real soon. Bye.